Hello guys, in today's episode we're going to be doing a build challenge with my cousins. We have Kane Coon here, Shadow Lynx, and Burly Table, and we will be trying to build this diamond sword in Shadow Lynx's hand right here. Okay, so let's start getting the materials really quick here. I think I'm going to be getting some light blue wool and some black wool and maybe a bit of blue wool, and I feel like I want to add some secret effects. How about this right here? We're gonna try to, if you know you know, we're gonna be making a very amazing thing. Okay, so we have to get this. Okay guys, when you are ready you have to go stand right here. I'm gonna put one blue wool on. Stand on it when you are ready. When all of us are ready, we will begin. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get this too. Yup. And with that, we need to get like this here, and I think it's called an end rod. That's what I'm gonna get next. And I'm actually done here, so I'm gonna stand on this platform. So, Kane, Coon, and Burly Table, are you finished?
Yeah.
So come stand up here. Okay, seems all of us are finished. Let's go to our designed places. I'll go here, and you guys can go somewhere else. So, let's start building. As you can see here, guys, we're going to be making a classic diamond sword. So, we're going to want to make ours a little bit special. I don't really know how to build a diamond sword, but we are going to be trying here today. So I feel like this is a good way to start with the handle right here, and maybe do the same up here. So yes, so like we got our kind of handle right here, but like so you know what I want to do here? I want to see if it will work. This is what we really want to do. See that right here? Kind of looks like he has a sword, but it's not really looking like that. So we are gonna be getting a sword right here. We're gonna be getting a diamond sword. This is for reference to. Let's give it to the player. Yes. So as you can see here, this diamond sword, it has like a little bit of blue on the bottom and not this black at all. And we will be outlining it, but not for now. So let's be adding these blocks right here. So let's just ask, guys, how is it going along with building?
It's a little good, but I think it'll take a long time.
Well, guys, take your time because we have a bit of time on our hands here. So as you guys can see in the top left corner, we have about maybe 20 minutes up there. Pretty sure that's the time limit for this challenge. As you can see, we are going to be needing some brown wool, so that's what I will get. You will be getting some brown wool. So let's actually be changing the weather here. So, and ignore what my friend wrote in the chat here. It's really nothing. He didn't mean it in a bad way. Okay, so we just changed the weather to clean weather, clear weather, where we can all see each other and build our designs without having snow on them. So if you kind of look over here, you can kind of see it's kind of resembles something out of a movie because it's very bad. But like we're gonna try to improve that. So I want to put a block here. I'm pretty sure now that it's looking pretty bad. So let's break this. And now that is looking pretty good right there. So let's kind of like build up a bit here. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to like and subscribe. And we will always make more amazing videos like this. Now this is kind of looking like the handle, which is pretty amazing. Now let's get started with the blue wool. Now, I think I'm going to make this 2D because I don't think I know how to make it as a 2D sword, you understand me? So, we are going to be placing this blue wall in a way to make it perfect. So let's just, I think we have to build up from here like this, maybe one block up high, and then we have to break this so it kind of looks like it's floating a little bit, and then have to build one like right here. Okay, if you can see there, we can see a glimpse of the other builds. Like, one of them is not looking very good, the other is looking pretty not that bad, and one of them is looking pretty incomplete but still amazing. So in the end we will be rating them, by the way. And now this is looking pretty good right here, so let's add this, and I feel like it's starting to look a bit solid. So let's go in with the actual light blue wool. Let's go in here and try to make it as good as possible looking. I think it should be covering all of this. Let's just try to wing it and see if it works. I'm using all of the wool in this situation. So as you can see, the handle is not really aligning well, so let's try to fix that and try to make it very nice and sharp sword. I feel like it's not looking that sharp, so let's add like this right here. What do we think of that? It doesn't look really nice, so let's erase that. And it isn't looking pretty sharp, and it's looking pretty thick. So let's remove these parts and make it maybe a little bit sharp. Okay, so let's go here to the edges, and okay, so our sword isn't looking that amazing, but I think we can fix this. So let's go here, do that, do that. Now it's kind of looking like a diamond shovel, and I don't think that's in the right direction, so maybe cut the corners. Maybe we do not want those corners, and let's continue up like here, like this, and like maybe these top bits can be like this, and like here, here, and here. Guys, our building skills really aren't the best, so this is like all we can do here. As you can see, we aren't the best builders, so I feel like this is getting a little bit too weird. Like, does this even look like this? So as you can see, there are some rigid edges, and I do not know how to make those. So the conclusion here is to just try and kind of fix it. I feel like if you just break all of this and try to make it like before, where it's kind of like this. You feel me, guys? Like, I feel like this is a way better strategy. Let's remove these and maybe put one here. Put one here, and now we gotta erase this, or maybe we should leave it. Now we wanna kind of make it branch out a little bit, so we're gonna go here and add that, and we're gonna do this again, and we're gonna do this here. Let's fill this gap. I feel like we're going in the right direction here. Okay, so we're going to build up like that. I'm gonna make it like that. So guys, the build is looking pretty sad right here. It ain't looking like a sword at all. So this is 3 blocks right there. Well, this is 3 blocks down here. So let's just erase these middle parts, and let's try to make it go up a little bit higher. So let's just add a bit here. Yes. So yeah, maybe we could continue like that and just ignore the bottom parts for now. Let's just erase these parts because they aren't looking really good. We can just fill that in maybe later. Maybe we can make it like 1 block taller. Let's try a bit here so that it looks maybe a little bit better. So right here we can add this one right here, and maybe make it 1 block higher here like this. What do we think of that? It isn't really that bad, boys. So let's check in on the other contestants. Are you guys finding trouble building these swords?
Nah, it's easy, bro.
It's easy. And those are some bold words for somebody that's build is looking like an old cow. So let's see if we can fix this absolute masterpiece in a sarcastic way. This sword is not gonna live to see another day, probably. So yeah, how in the hell should we fix this? Okay, I think I'm gonna add an outline here. Let's just outline it and pray for the best. Let's go for an outline. It's a 2D, so we only outline from the sides, I think. Will it make it look better or worse? Well, we don't know now, but we sure will know later. I think it's looking pretty better. Yes, it's definitely getting a bit more into the sword shape. I feel like the handles are perfect. It's just that one little top that's bothering me here. I feel like my contestants might be winning this one, but maybe I can give them a run for their money. So maybe put this here, move this. I mean, we kind of have to put this, but the key, what's the key to getting a sharp edge? Just like building out? No, I have seen a lot of people build these, but it's looking pretty hard for me, and well, the time is almost up. So as you can see here on the top left corner, of course I can't see it now, but I'm pretty sure we have about 7 minutes left, maybe 8 minutes left. So our sword is looking pretty dire here. It's in a very dire situation, and we have to like make it sharper. So let's sharpen this bad boy into what looks like a very weird sword, but it still should be like this, sharp. It looks like we're just gonna have to settle for a very bad sword, because it looks like your buddy here can't build. But we'll still be seeing if our other contestants can actually live up to the hype.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go up here, and I feel like that's enough for our sword right here. So let's just try to connect them. I know this might look trash, but it's all that we have to do right now. There's really nothing else that we can do as long as we're this trash at playing and building. So it isn't looking like a sword at all, but maybe with a bit of cutting corners, like, let's try to make this a little bit better. Let's see ways we can make this better. For example, cutting this edge right here. Would this make the sword a little bit better? It would make it a little bit better, but we want a lot better. So let's just fill in the spaces and see what it looks like. So as you can see here, we are filling in the spaces, and don't forget, if you're watching by now, it means that you're a valuable subscriber. So I would love a like and maybe a comment, and maybe some tips on better ways to get the best building. Now our sword is looking pretty bad, but let's cut this corner and maybe this part right here to make it look less fat. Now let's change the weather, because it looks like it's gonna be a bad weather here, so just remove that so that nothing gets ruined. Okay, so it's looking a bit better, still pretty fat though, so we're gonna have to cut a bit of here and here, bit of blocks over here. We gotta cut a bit here. Yes, we definitely have to cut a bit here. Like, how about that? Maybe like this with a pointy edge. Now it looks, hear me out, it does look like it would be a knife, but I feel like this may be able to get me a good rating, chat. So let's continue outlining it right here. So guys, we can't get the building recordings of the other contestants, but I'm pretty sure that along the way you can see their builds. If you look closely here, you can kind of see their builds. I know it might look trash, but trust the process. I'm not really the best builder. I'm more of a PvP kind of guy, And let's see other ways we can make this stand out. Like, it looks kind of like a machete, and that's why I don't really want to present this to the judges. I kind of want to make it a little bit more pointier, but to be too fat. So I think I'm gonna stick with this, and let's try to add some special effects. Let's just return our wool right here, and I just wanted to tell to the contestants that there is only about 6 minutes left, so you guys better get your heads up and move in faster. Okay, so let's just return this stuff right here, and let's get some armor right here, so that maybe we can add some armor to the sides, like a, what is called, like, let's get let's just write diamond. Yep, we should find these diamond armor. We don't want this, we want this and this, and I think that's pretty good. Now let's first it up right here. Okay, perfect. So looking at it from afar, looks pretty good. I'd say like that looks like a pretty fire build, but that sword really isn't aligning. I feel like I should break some of these corners right here, make it look a little bit more like a sword. Sorry guys, I already outlined it. Time to fix it again. I feel like, yep, that's definitely looking like a better sword, but now maybe we can like make it a little bit better. Let's return our stuff and try to improve this. So we're just gonna need some light blue wool, if we can find it here. So let's turn off caps lock. Let's get some light blue wool and some black wool, because we need to also outline it a bit more. So contestants, there is about 4 minutes left, so you better getting a bit faster. And you'll also be starting with Cane Coon, followed by Burly Table, followed by Shadow Lynx, and then of course me, Snout. Now I don't know why my skin is like this. Usually I have my pig skin, but looks like it's not good looking good right here. So let's just cut this outline right here. Okay, and let's make it a bit sharper. If it doesn't look good, it's okay. We just ran out of time, I guess. We cannot make it look any better than this. And as Shadow Lynx said, don't forget to like and subscribe, because we work really hard on these videos, and hope that all of you enjoyed them. So let's just break some of these blocks. Let's make it a little bit more of a thin sword. It's looking like a pretty fat sword here. So let's like break it like this. I don't know if we just ruined the whole sword. I'm feeling like this width was just a bit too much. I'm feeling yes. Yes, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling yes. This is what a short sword should look like. So let's just outline it here. Are we sure that we are having the sword? It looks more of like a jousting sword, you understand me? But it's pretty good. Now drop me a rating down in the comments, guys. Okay, it's looking pretty good right here. Not really that good, but let's like fix this area right here, make it like that. So what do you think of that? I feel like it's missing something. Let's get some dark wool. Let's just write wool and get some dark blue wool, or it's blue wool, I guess, but it is pretty dark. So let's just make it like, I think this is supposed to be bigger. You feel me, guys? Feel me? Yep. Let's add one more block here. Up here. Break it. Contestants, there's officially 2 minutes left, I'm pretty sure. So better get your fast boots in here. Can we get some action of talking from the Burly Table? Like, tell me how your build is going. Well, looks like Burly Table does not want to answer us, but that's of course okay. Contestants may be a bit shy, or just focused. You never know. Maybe he's just a bit too much locked in. So let's break these outer areas. And what is this outline? What just happened? And now that's my final project. Okay, so I think that this is it. I feel like I'm ready. So let's wait just 2 more minutes for the timer to end. So I just wanted to announce that if you are ready, please type ready in the chat. And also get ready with your signs so that we can rate. Birch signs, of course, because it's the most clear one for me. Okay, so it looks like our contestants are not finished yet, but I just wanted to inform you that there is exactly 1 minute left. Okay, so 2 of them are ready. So let's just wait for the third one to be ready, and then we will start the voting process. So while we wait, let's just take a look at my beauty of a sword. It's pretty trash, okay? So yeah, feel free to flame me in the comments. But I do have this little companion here sitting beside it because he is like the owner of Minecraft basically. And I am wearing a Steve head because it's pretty cool. Okay guys, so it looks like the time has maybe about 20 seconds left, so let's just get started. Okay, so our third contestant appears to be ready. So let's go over to King Kun. Now King Kun, this is your build? Everybody come over to King Kun in the middle. We're right behind you, Shadowlings. And yes, Burly Table, come. Get ready with your birch signs. And now let's inspect this. Can you tell us some stuff about your build?
Looks like there's shadows right there and some detail.
I can see the amazing details. I feel like this might be a good winner. Let's just change the weather right here. Let's make it a clear weather so that we don't get a bit of snow on here. So I feel like this is an amazing sword, but it doesn't really look like a Minecraft sword that much. So my final verdict will be an 8. Let's see what the other contestants will rate this. Looks like Burly Table is coming up to rate, and looks like Shadowlings gives it a 6, and he's gonna write it right there. So if you add it as an 8 plus a 6, the final verdict of this build will be a 14 plus 7.5. Let's add that 7, and that is gonna be a 21.5. So in the end, she gets a 21.5. Okay, let's move on to the Burly Table right here. This is Burly Table's build. Yep, he even wrote his name on it. So, it's looking pretty cool, but it doesn't really look that much of a Minecraft sword. King Kun, can you give us your opinion on this?
I think it looks good, but if there's more details, some like...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty good, but like it is pretty weird from the sides here, so my final verdict will be a 6.5 out of 10 is what I'm gonna give it. So we have a 7 plus a 9.5 and a 6.5, so we got a 15 plus a 7. So if you can see, 15 plus 7 is 22, so Burly Table is in the lead right now with 22 points. Let's head over to Shadowlings, which is right over here. Okay, it's very, let's say, interesting build. It kind of looks like a boat and a shovel. It isn't really rectangular. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I have no words for this. King Kun, can you tell us your opinion?
It looks logo.
It looks what?
It looks like a popsicle.
It really does look like a popsicle. So in the end, I'm gonna give a 5. Okay, let's see what you guys are gonna give. Looks like King Kun is putting her sign right here. So Burly Table, could you just come and rate here? So it looks like she gave it a 6. So that's an 11 for now. Let's see Burly Table. Burly Table, can you rate, please? Okay, so we have an 11 till now. If he gives it a 10, okay, he gives it an 8. So, final verdict is a 19. Okay, so looks like Burly Table's in the lead. Now let's come over to my board. Right here, Steve decided the good old mighty diamond sword. I'm pretty sure this looks amazing. Let's get Kane Coon's opinion.
I think it was really sharp, like.
But I feel like Minecraft swords should be really sharp so that you can kind of like, okay, so we got a 7.5 till now. It's pretty harsh since I think this deserves an 8. Yep, 8. So that's like, yes, 16 or 15.5. And now that becomes, okay, so in the end, a 15.5 plus a 9 equals just about 24.5. So in the end, looks like I will be taking home the W, chat. 24.5 right there. So looks like I won. Come on, guys, to the stage here. Let's all thank the viewers for watching. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.